Can y'all? Yeah, y'all can. So I'm still trying to set up real quick. But once I get my camera up and running, then I'll at least be able to turn it on. But the main thing right now is I don't have power for whatever reason, and that's a big problem because my laptop and everything's gonna die. So still trying to figure that out. I cannot find the power. And I have no idea why. This is going out. That should be working. Let's see why this is not. There it goes. Wait. Mic. Properties. Can I switch it to the cam link? I can. I'm about to just straight up use the MacBook for all the audio and everything. don't even. I don't know how it sounds, y'all, because I have my the audio is coming from my laptop, which is way over there, and I'm here and I don't have power, and I gotta figure that out because this is not gonna last very long if I can't get power. But as you see here, I'm in a studio, and we're gonna be doing camera to cloud, so that means I'm gonna be shooting for my XH2s, and it's gonna be going to FrameIO. So y'all have to make sure you get that link so you can actually see the pictures. It's in the description right now, and I got my boy Ben, he's moderating, and he'll post the link too if you can't find it. But for now, I'm still trying to figure out how to set up because I gotta get the audio working. Still sounds good. That's good at least, because this is just coming off of the MacBook. I'll turn y'all a bit so you can see my struggles. This is me with the MacBook streaming. Just a little noise, yeah. And I figured right now it's coming off the MacBook itself, so it's not gonna sound good. I'm hoping I can do like a lav, but I gotta figure out power. None of the outlets have power, and I don't know why. If I can find one with power, I might have to move my setup a bit. I'm also waiting on my model. Not sure where she's at. I'm trying to figure out if there's like a switch somewhere for all the outlets, because it doesn't make sense. Yeah, none of these things are giving power. Oh, I'm so mad because like this would have worked out perfectly too if I just had power. Okay, this one's on. I'm about to just, I got an extension cable. I'm about to seriously just like extend it. Yeah, we about to find the breaker. I looked at the breaker and there was nothing coming from it. Yeah, let me get my extension cable. Or actually, do they have one? They do. No, these are the lights. Extension cable, maybe. Extension cable secured. This should be it. This is what we were hoping for. Ta-da! Power. Is the XH2s. Yep, you're on power. Cool. Awesome. Did y'all get the FrameIO link? Can everyone see those 2 test pictures I took this morning? Here's the link again for everybody. And then basically how this is going to work is that when I take pictures, you should be able to see them. So I'm going to double check on audio in just a second, but if y'all aren't familiar with the camera to cloud FrameIO, it's pretty awesome. So basically the XH2s or the XH2 with the battery grip has Wi-Fi on it. And so basically whenever you take photos, you can upload it immediately to the cloud. And there's multiple things you can do with it, because you can, I'm gonna be shooting JPEG today, but you can also upload movies, proxies, your raw photos, and pretty much, what's the height? Let me raise this a little bit. Pretty much I can have someone else pull the photos while they're hitting the cloud immediately and start editing them. You can leave comments on the photos, so if y'all are in the link now, y'all can go in there and see that. So it's a really cool system. Now, the next thing I wanted to test is audio. So I'm gonna see if I can link the audio through. That train's loud, yo. I'm gonna see if I can get a lav on. That LaCroix. All right, so before we really dive into this, let's test out this audio. Oh goodness, that's loud. I think that, does that help? That helps a little bit. That's all the way down too, isn't it? It is. Okay, so I have audio in my camera, and then what I want to do, we're gonna try and see if we get audio like that. Oh my goodness, it works. It's working, isn't it? Yeah, I need to turn down the gain a little bit. It's a little loud. Hello. You can just hang out in the back there for a moment, because I'm still, so like sit on the couches or something. Those Target bags, there's water, I don't know how cold it is, and there's snacks, so feel free to grab anything if you want. I'm still over here fussing with the stream. Let's see, audio. We're gonna turn this down like 10 dB. Maybe 15? 15. Alright. How am I sounding now? And is the music still going? It is. Oh, actually now it seems quiet. Noise went away perfect. Real quiet. Okay, yeah. So that's too quiet. It seemed hot, but maybe it wasn't that bad. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it like here, maybe. It's working, guys. It's doing what I wanted it to. Okay. And then, yeah, music is still going, right? So that means now that I have my lav, I can turn the music back on so I can hear it too. There. Look at me. Look at me live streaming like I know what I'm doing. Is the music too loud compared to my voice? I gotta see if the lav is. Oh God, oh. All right, I think that's it. We did it, y'all. We accomplished the goal. I got audio on the lav. I got video. We got power. We got music for everybody. I'm gonna pop up my iPad for the chat so that I don't have to keep looking at the laptop, which is all off on the side. So one thing I'm gonna be doing today is I have a couple of different lenses, so y'all can basically kind of see like the different lenses and how they look and everything. Oh yeah, it sounds good. Like the different lenses and how they look and everything. Awesome. I just want the chat. Cool. Looks good, sounds good. Let's go. There goes Ben. Ben's up in the chat. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't shoot in the studio too often. So this is slightly out of my comfort zone. Like I've never really set up a backdrop before, but I think I might go ahead and set up a backdrop. And we'll bring y'all over here so I can see y'all. And then let me get my lenses. All right, so for our lens selection for the day, I have all my favorites. So we got the 23 f1.4. We have the 90 f2, which I don't shoot with often. There's also the 33 f1.4 and the new 56 f1.2. So y'all go ahead and drop in the chat what y'all want me to kind of start with, and I'm gonna see if there's a backdrop I want to use or not. Finally tune in while you were actually online. But yeah, tell me what y'all want me to use in the chat, and we'll start with that. For now, let's figure out a backdrop. It looks like they have these cool painted looking backdrops. Are these even backdrops? Do you just clamp them on? I have no idea what I'm doing, yo. Y'all about to see me struggle. But see, the fun thing about photography is always like learning and trying out new stuff, right? You should never be scared to do or try something new. Are these even stable enough? Does that work? I guess they do. Do you need counterweights for these things? Or are they just that strong? I mean, that's pretty strong, I guess. What we got? 23, 23, WR2. These are the 1.4, the WR, the new ones. Clip the canvas to the stand, and that's it? It's really just that easy? You know what, Ben? Maybe I should have brought you. I'm gonna be over here struggling the whole time. Isn't there like a short end? Oh, I see. Or you can do it like this. The long way. Okay, we'll do this way, I guess. I have no idea. I'm just gonna I need to bring these closer too, it looks like, clearly. You have enough space to work with the 50? Oh yeah, there's a lot of space. The 90 would be fine too. ATL. This is a KEH camera. This video is not sponsored. I kind of want to start it over here so I'm not getting all that light from the window. It's a little strong. Okay. So it looks like most of the votes I got were for the 23. So I can start out with that. You know what I like about the 23? The 23 is a very, it has a very like lifestyle, like any kind of wide angle, like 35 mil. It's just so good for lifestyle feels. Oh, this has a lot of space on it. I thought it was gonna be too close. Also, too, in the chat, y'all let me know who has had a chance to use the FrameIO stuff. I need some more clips. Do they have more clips? They do. I should have moved this other side over. Like I was just sitting here talking about, I don't want to be too close to the window. And then I moved the other side over. This is my first time using this studio and it's actually kind of hype. Y'all might find me over here more often actually. Love a 35. 35, everybody wants that good old 35. So yeah, we'll start with the 23 then. Also too, I wish I had more time to set this up earlier, but again, y'all know how studio settings are. You gotta get in, you gotta situate yourself. I was having that power issue. Are these gonna stay? I feel like I'm not clipping to anything. Yeah, that's it, right? And then you just raise it up. I'm gonna have to change that angle on the camera. Yeah, let's bring this over some so y'all can see me a little bit better. There we go. Cool. There's a rip in it though. How unfortunate. I like 70 to 200. Put some weight on the C stands. Let's see if we can find some. Some extra weight. Emily, I actually might need your help raising these stands up. I should have brought an assistant. Because we kind of have to do it at the same time. Yeah, if you could for me. Yeah, they both work. You see the other stand over here? So unscrew, not the top one, but the next one down. One up. That one, yep. And then you should be able to push up that section. Yep. We'll just go as high as we can. Yeah, once you hit the top, screw it back in. And then we're gonna do it one more time. Let me see if I can straighten this out a little. I might not need to do it again, but we're gonna do it anyway. Okay, so yeah, the next one down. Yep, and the same thing. That's good there, actually. Perfect, thank you. And you can go back and chill now for a moment. Awesome. Where'd my iPad go? There we go. Okay, so we got this set up. We're gonna start out with our stereotypical bench seat. And we'll start with the 23 because y'all want to see that. I'm gonna turn off these other lights. Yeah. Okay. And I can bring y'all over here. And then we need our 23. Who else cleans off your lenses with just your shirt? Is that blasphemy? Am I the worst? All right. And now we get our personal hotspot. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I need SD cards. Wow, y'all. Thankfully, I brought them this time, because I be doing that. I'll like get a whole shoot set up, be ready for everything, and forget SD cards and ruin my whole life. Actually, I don't even know if this camera is set up. Like that's the kind of stuff I be doing. All right. So the personal hotspot should connect. And we're gonna format this card. And we're gonna be shooting in fine, classic chrome. Settings are good. I think I'm gonna add some grain. Now, if I was gonna get real fancy, I would set it up so y'all could actually see through the camera lens too, but we ain't got time for all that. I'm lucky to even have the stream going as well as it is. Looks like we're good with FrameIO. And again, if y'all don't have the link, make sure to ask for it. Because that's the whole point. $907, that's it? I should be getting more photos than that. Did I only grab... These are 128s. I should be getting... a fair amount of pictures. That's crazy. I've never seen that before. Yo, this thing is hating. I just changed it from fine to normal and it's still saying only 975. Let's format it again. Whoa, is there something wrong with this SD card? I'm about to switch. Wow. This is doing it too. Okay, well, that's what we're gonna work with, I guess. Something like this happened to me. I was on a styled shoot, and it was telling me that like I was having... Oh, you're getting the link is getting kicked back. How stupid. That's my Streamlabs, I think. That's annoying. Hold on. There's the link for everybody. Let me see if I can fix that real quick, Ben. Do 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 do. Turn on my cloud bot. Link protection. It's not even on. I don't even know how to fix it actually. I don't even know if I did that right. All right. Emily, I'm ready for you. Dang, that took me 40 minutes. The worst. I hate doing something new for the first time. We're just gonna do some like general photos. You'll be sitting on the stool. Y'all know Emily, you've seen her in other videos. She comes through all the time, she's awesome. Hi John, in between your last stream and this stream, I got myself an XH2s kit. Awesome. That's what I'm shooting at with today. Did you get the grip? Because if so, you could do the FrameIO stuff. Also too, just the fact that it uses the new Fuji batteries. And these batteries are beastie. Like they last forever. If I was shooting on the XH2s as my main, that is exactly what I would do. You know what, I'm gonna switch to single shot so I don't take too many pictures. Which I don't have this one set up like I normally do, so I don't even know how to turn it on. Where's my drive? Y'all let me know if you're seeing the pictures upload. Where's the drive setting? Filter settings, shutter. I don't know where it's at. Oh, well, I'll just try not to shoot heavy. Yep, the last one came through. Awesome. Actually, I should pull it up myself just so I can see it. I'm tethered to my phone, but honestly, it may make more sense to just get on the Wi-Fi that's here because it seems like it's popping. Actually, how fast is it coming up for y'all? But it isn't loading yet because it's taking too long. Come on. Come on, camera. Wireless LAN. Hold on. I always forget where to set this up at. Oh, I lied, Emily. You can go back and chill for a minute. I gotta switch the Wi-Fi. Oh, the basket bin, I see. Thank you. Let's go back to single shot. There we go. That way I'm not taking too many photos. That shows you how much I use my, so I only use my XH2s for video mainly. I don't shoot with it often. So I'm always kind of like halfway lost to the settings. We're almost there though, y'all. We're gonna get this working. So yeah, I have two of my regulars coming today. Emily's hanging out for a little bit and she'll be leaving soon actually. And then Jess, who's also been in a couple videos, will be back as well. So basically what I'm doing, which I wish I could kind of show you, but I'm just in here trying to set the actual connection settings. And right now it wants to connect to my phone, but I need to get it to connect to the Wi-Fi here. And I had it going. Like, it was good. And I'm not sure why. Why it's not working. Yeah, it's still trying to connect to my phone. We might just have to do the phone. Hey, what's up, John? I was curious if you ever plan on doing a review of the XH2. Maybe. I have to see if I can get my hands on one. Change network. Access point. Manual setup. Here we go. And then we need the Wi-Fi. And the password. Okay, I think I got it, y'all. I think we did it. We just need this thing to connect. So we're waiting for green dot. We got red dot right now. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah, and so when it's connected, then it's just automatically gonna go ahead and try and upload. And I might have to reset the, because it's still trying to upload those photos I just took. Since I switched. Oh, you know what too? Yeah, I'm still on normal. That's fine. Upload settings. Auto transfer. All right, that stuff should be coming up soon. I'm hoping there's not a problem with the SD card. I just updated the cameras yesterday, so it should be uploading. Which flash is good for Fuji? My Godox fail too often and have to reboot the camera. Which Godox are you using? Okay, let's give this boy one more. We're gonna test it out again. Cause yeah, I had the V863. I'm still on the 2s. I haven't used the 3s yet. I'm surprised he said they're failing. We gonna get this thing working at some point. And once it gets set, it's pretty cool. Cool, so I got green light. And the nice thing about it too is I can check on my phone. So if y'all don't have a big enough screen and you're trying to multitask, you could get the FrameIO app on your phone and you can check out the photos there while they're uploading. There they go. Do y'all see them? Y'all see the pictures I took? Yay, it's working. Okay, we can do it. Yeah. Photos uploaded. All right, Emily. Finally ready. It's working. We did it. All right, so now that we have it working, again, y'all voted for the 23F 1.4, so we'll start with that. Then I'll probably hop over to either the 90 or the 56, because this is more of a setting for a 90 or a 56. Like, I would not shoot this normally on a 23. But yeah, the FrameIO stuff is just really cool, y'all, because the fact that you just get everything and you're like in camera, it shoots over to everybody who wants to see the photos. That's perfect. I'm gonna be shooting kind of like slow because I don't want to take like 50 different photos. Keep your hands how they are. This is like a detail shot. Also too, if y'all have any questions about how I decide to shoot certain things or anything, just let me know. Since we're talking about just what's going on right now. So generally the way I set this up, so we have a window over here on my left, and it's actually kind of harsh light, but it's kind of bouncing off the floor. And so you can see in the photos that we're getting a lot of that side lighting. And generally when I'm shooting natural light, side light is always like the easiest approach to everything. So especially if you're doing like wedding photography or anything, and you're doing getting ready photos. My ISO right now, I think I'm around 4. No, I'm at 160. And I think the EXIF comes through on the photos. So you should be able to see that while you're on FrameIO. And you can also feel free to comment on the photos too. Because even, Emily, step over here real quick and just stand like right in front of this wall. Get back into the shade though. Come over just a bit and then back just a tad. There it is. So let me move just so y'all can see a little bit. You can kind of see it here, and it's hard just because of the exposure on the camera. But this is generally what I like to do a lot of time. Yeah, keep looking over like that. Like when I'm having bride or groom get ready, especially by themselves, like this would be more of a groom setup normally. But place them by a window. So we got the window here on my left. And what I would do is basically tell them like, hey, when you're putting your clothes on, if you turn in any direction or look in any direction, make sure it's to your left, your right, my left. And then generally like this is kind of the look you get from that. Hold on real quick. And then look over at the window. And so when those photos upload, what you'll notice too is that we're getting the shadow side on this side. And clearly when you have a darker day, then the shadow side gets more dramatic. But this is exactly how I would shoot stuff. You can go back to the stool. Sorry, what's the link for the pictures? Link's in the description. I think I have it copied over here as well. Yeah, and so for everyone who's not familiar with the camera to cloud FrameIO, this stuff is uploading directly from my camera while I shoot it right up to the cloud. And again, the coolest part about this is the fact that anyone can get on there. They can check out the photos. I don't have it set that way, but you could download them. You can leave comments. I could be shooting in RAW, and then y'all could be my editor and y'all could just download it and edit it. Or even one thing people have thought about doing is doing a like family shoots. So then you know how you have like mini sessions? You could basically shoot your minis, have them going online, and just send the link to the families. They can see it immediately, choose their favorites. You could have an editor somewhere else, and you could just like pop them out real quick, or they can just download them. It's actually really cool. Oh yeah, you can finally do links. Thank you so much, Ben. So a lot of times on something like 23, I like to shoot wide. Like that's my jam. And also too, because the lighting's pretty decent and my model's not moving much, I can stay at ISO 160 and drop my shutter pretty low and not really have to worry about much. Because I know she's not gonna move a whole bunch. And then from those photos too, because we're seeing the backdrop, but if y'all have ever used the new, the Photoshop beta AI stuff, it's insanity what you can do with repairing backgrounds. I did one last night that was just like, every time I use them, I'm like, how is this possible? I'm about to switch lenses. I'm done with this 23. Let's do 90 f2 since I haven't used it. I've shown it no love for years. So the only reason I got the 90 f2 was because anytime I had a wedding where the church or whatever was like, hey bro, you gotta stand all the way in the back. You can't do anything. So that was where my 90 came in. I actually rarely ever shoot with it. I know this is a lot of people's favorites, but I'm not a long focal length guy. I just don't like it as much. 33 is my sweet spot. Oh yeah, that's super tight. Also too, the f2 is just like, so I'm gonna raise my ISO now to, I think like 500 is probably good, yeah. And let me see if I can get myself in here a little bit more. Yeah. Y'all still ain't gonna be able to see me though, are you? Perfect. So the biggest thing I would say too in the differences of the focal lengths is a lot of it has to do with how kind of like fun you want the photos to seem. So for example, if I were doing headshots for like a business and I wanted it to seem very like fun and just kind of whatever, I would probably shoot more with like a 50 mil versus the 90 is like a 110. I don't know, that gives you a more like standard portrait type feel. And you can kind of see it from the photos too, like a nice close headshot type photo. It's perfect. The lighting's so good right now. And then look over to your, what was that, your right again? Yeah. Hold that. Yep. Awesome. On certain zooms on the program you're using to share these photos, I can see the actual 4x4 debayering. Oh, really? I haven't used FrameIO enough. So I recently started using it for video editors, and it's been really cool. 110 is like an 85. No, it's more like a, isn't it more like a, yeah, 90 is 130. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, I see. I'm sorry. You're like converting. I'm over here like, what are you saying? Oh my goodness. I love this so much. What did I just do? Looking away at the wall. Yep. These are all the photos uploading for y'all? Yeah, it is. It's just slow on my phone, I see. So right now my settings are, and this is more so the color settings, not the camera settings. So I'm shooting classic chrome. I like to do -1 on the highlights, -2 on the shadows, which is why it's so kind of like light overall. I have sharpness set to +2 and I have on the grain. I like to add the grain. The Fuji grain is actually pretty decent. 90mm Fuji is 137 full frame. Yeah, it's tight. And again, I'm not used to shooting so tight all the time. I'm using eye autofocus right now. And if y'all know, generally I don't usually use that. However, when I'm in a setting where, you know, not much is moving, it makes sense. I don't like it for weddings because clearly there's too much going on, but yeah, the Fuji grain is actually really good in camera. I like to actually shoot it and pretend like it's a film camera a lot of the times if I'm shooting in JPEG. So I'm just giving y'all an alternate view here just to see how different the light. This is why you have to just pay attention to where your lighting is, because it makes a big difference. And when you're shooting natural light, because the one thing I really hate is that a lot of people love to hate on natural light photographers, like we don't know what we're doing. It's just a different way of thinking about the light. Like you really have to know, because the biggest thing I hate is I see so many natural light photographers and they'll shoot the thing like this. You can just kind of look over your shoulder. And like, I don't know, with backlight can be cool, but really for natural light, you kind of have to be more side light the whole time. Backlight is just not it. Can you do a tighter shot? Yeah, I can get in there a little bit. Cause yeah, it never translates well. It's like you're fighting the light. You're a natural light photographer, like you have to use the light. That's why a lot of times people, especially when it comes to Fujifilm, they're like, oh, Fuji's not good in low light. And it's like, well, there's a difference between low light and bad light. Low light doesn't mean bad light. If you have good light and low light, you can still get great results. So that's one of the biggest things. Get a little bit tighter. I can boo backlight. Yeah, I hate backlight so much. And I always, my problem is I always see natural light photographers shooting like that all the time. And I'm just like, y'all, you're not helping yourself. This is just gonna be your face. So I'm wide open at f2 basically. And with pretty much all of the Fuji cameras, I shoot them wide open most all the time. Now, if I really wanted to, I could, you know, f5.6 real quick. Crank this ISO just a tad. I'm just gonna drop my shutter. So for this one, try your best not to move at all. Let's see if I can, there we go. And then I'm gonna go back to my wide open again. But yeah, the IBIS is real nice too, whenever you just wanna, a lot of times when I'm shooting my details at the wedding, I will pretty much just do it natural light and then shoot it wide open. Bring your hand back up. Take a picture of just like your ring. So this is like a real close up. Awesome. I'm gonna switch to the 56. Or actually, no, I lied. Let's do 33. 33 is a 50. That's my favorite focal length. Most of the time when I shoot my details at a wedding, this is what I'm using. And then Emily, we're swapping out at 12. I have my other model showing up. So yeah, you can dip after that. And I think, did I Venmo you last time? How did I?
Oh, no.
That's right, okay. We'll do that before, because it'll be yesterday and today. Yeah, y'all, 50. This 33 is my jam. I think what I like about it too is like, I don't have to be super far away from my couples. And again, clearly, because I mainly do weddings, everything's gonna be from a wedding photography standpoint. But like, I like this distance. Like this is usually when I'm shooting when I'm on a 33. I'm like this close to my couple, maybe, you know, a little bit further back. But I'm like close enough that I don't feel like I'm separate from them all the time. I feel like when you shoot with super long lenses, you kind of become the third wheel. And then you're over there being like, make out, guys. And they're like, you're like watching from a distance. I don't know. You need to be a part of the makeout session, as weird as that sounds. Yeah. Oh, gotta get your fingers in there. Yeah, hands down my favorite focal length. Also, the way it looks is just awesome too. This would be epic if you can send raw photos to Photo Shelter. So supposedly, at some point, I think FrameIO is gonna start having connections with other services, because ideally, what would be my dream would be like raw photos to FrameIO to Imagine AI immediately, and Imagine AI just automatically, whatever hits FrameIO, it'll just edit. That would be ridiculous. Because you can do raw photos. Right now I have it just set up to do just JPEGs. But we'll see how much y'all can see here. So I can set it to upload settings or select file type. And if y'all can see it, right now I only have it doing JPEGs, but you can send raw photos up. So, you know, you could literally be at a shoot, and if they put Imagine AI as a part of it, I could just be like, great, you know, go ahead and edit the photos as they hit FrameIO. That would be so good. Then you would get done with a session and it would be like all the way done. 33 is, yeah, 33 hands down. The new 23 and the 33, hands down. This is gonna be more portrait. And then let's stand a little bit. I'm gonna move the stool. I kind of want to add a little bit more movement, like, yeah. And I'll probably shoot more full body for this. Love the XH2s. It really is a great camera. Every time I shoot with them, I'm always kind of sad that I don't shoot with mine. I just use it for video. Yep, you just give me some motion. That's perfect. Also too, y'all, the autofocus is like super sticky. Face the back and then look over your shoulder. Yep. Stay like that. Perfect. Here's a little bit closer. Which version are you using? Scared to upgrade versions? I'm pretty sure I just firmware updated like before I did this shoot. So I think, what's the newest one? 4? I don't even remember anymore. Did you see the new develop AI editor for Lightroom? I have not actually. The new firmware has messed up the focusing. I actually haven't heard that. Interesting. Let's do a couple shots sitting as well. And back off the wall just a bit, so come towards me just a tiny bit. That's good right there. 5 something. Yeah, I have no idea what we're at now. That's perfect. Awesome. Here's a couple close up. Oh, y'all, I hurt my knee recently. I feel like an old man. Every time I go down to get a shot, I'm like, oh. Okay, you can stand back up. We're gonna do a couple light examples again. Oh, I keep stepping on it. XT5 or XH2 in color. What are we talking about? I use my XT5s as the main camera. Yeah, come over into the light. And so again, y'all, side lighting is like easy. That's like your easy choice. But again, I hate when they try to use the window too much as a natural light photographer. And stay looking how you are. So a shot like this one I just took, that works because there's like side light on her face. And you're getting like kind of a silhouette and it works. It's when you start shooting directly at it that it's just not good anymore. I don't know why it's only good for like a silhouette shot. Which clearly, like obviously that's why you would do it. Take a step forward. A little bit more. Right there. Look just straight out that way. And tilt your head towards me a little bit. Because this is mainly silhouette, so I'm more so looking for like the shape of your head. So you can look out this way. Yep. So yeah, I don't understand natural light people. Like, oh, I love backlighting everything. I don't know, yo. 51 or 56. I'm torn still because I own both. And I don't know. I haven't really come to a definitive place because I love the 50, but I haven't used it in a while. I've been using the 56. And I've gotten to no solution at all. I have no idea. I'm sorry, I can't help. Hey man, are you accepting any apprentices? Look for a mentorship. Kind of. So I don't have a lot of weddings that I'm currently shooting. But I do want to do some more mentoring. Thing's mad dirty. I like those little blocks. I almost wanted to have you like sit on one, but I also didn't feel like setting everything up. So I'm lazy. Maybe we can, let's see. Let's do this real quick, I guess. We got props and stuff. Are these heavy? I don't know if y'all have seen, but with the Solo hold fast strap, there's this clip that you can put on a belt so that basically if I'm like kneeling over, it doesn't like swing everywhere. It's quite nice. Also, these things are like, they're like dirty. I know there's like a bathroom or something back there. Uh-oh. I'm caught on something. I'm gonna have to pick it up. I was hoping I could roll it. Oh, annoying. I was hoping I could roll it. I don't know how clean it's gonna get.
Me neither. I don't think it's...
Oh yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I think it's just like marks. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Y'all get to watch me break my back today. No. If I had more time, I would set up like a whole thing, but I don't feel like it. Yeah, they're heavy enough.
Oh no.
God, my knee. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, that's cool. I don't have anything else. You want to hold this guitar and look like you're doing something? That's the one. I do wish I learned how to play guitar. But I never learned any stringed instruments. It's actually in tune too. Zoom mentorships, that's honestly kind of the plan, but I haven't gotten there yet. Are those photos, everyone's getting the pictures, they still see it uploading? Oh yeah, that's cool. I like how you're like leaning on it. Now you look like an artist. You can tell everyone. Check out my new album. The only thing I don't like about the XH2s is this flips. I don't know how y'all are so cool with this flip screen, y'all. I can't do it. Every time I want to just quickly be like, let me just pop this thing and get my shot. Oh, nope, sorry. Got to flip the screen out and can't do it. Not a fan. So yeah, I'm still on the 33. A lot of times what I like to do with the 33 too, y'all, because it's better for close-up. So like, if I was shooting what I'm shooting now, I would get my couple of starting shots and then stay how you are. Then I would start getting like additional close-ups to kind of tell the scene. And I just did a video about that recently, the whole storytelling. That's kind of the approach. It's like start wide and give context and then zoom in and show detail. Here's another, just mainly the guitar and your hands. Dude, I feel like I'm gonna break the flip screen every time. Yeah, I know, like the way you pull it out, it's just so annoying. So stand up and put the guitar either that or on one of the squares. Oh, you know what? You can try to, so let's put it straight. Like, so stand in the back here and then almost, oh, ew. Almost like you're trying to give it a hug, like lean. Yeah. But try and lean down on it a bit. Yeah, and try to like really kind of. There you go. Yeah. So same thing, and try and look almost kind of down, just kind of like. That's cool. Keep your hands where they are. Stay just like that. Cool. Replicate and say, is that what her album was? Did I see that in my subconscious? I'll put this back now. I think you're pretty much good to go. You can hang out for a second. I'll get you paid up, and then I'll just chat with my streaming folks. The real thing is I need to keep an eye on my microphones. I can't believe it's actually in tune. They're like, yeah, it's a prop, but let's see. You said Cash App. Yeah, right, this is still you? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, feel free to hang out if you want to, leave whenever. And then, yeah, you can grab water or anything you want. I guess they also have snacks, too. Taylor Swift. I mean, that I feel like that's like standard music album layout. Hey, welcome to the stream. Is the audio still good? Everything's still looking good? But yeah, we have our next model coming up. I might keep those blocks there. Maybe we'll try and set up a little something. I did bring some of my flashes with me, so I might dabble in some flash. But for the most part, we're just gonna shoot a little bit more. The real point of this is showing off the FrameIO stuff. So I'm hoping that's still uploading smoothly for you all. Let me see if mine is. Hi, John. What King camera sling? Oh, this is the Hold Fast Gear. It's just a solo. Oh, yeah, it's still uploading. How cool. Focus, thank you for that super chat. Appreciate your time and talent. Got to run to a session. Working on a vid with the XH2s and hybrid shooting on jobs. Nice. I mean, yeah, the XH2s, you want to talk about hybrid shooting? That's probably one of the hands down best ways to do it. I just bought the XT32 for, it's my first camera. What would you say is the next step to develop as a photographer? Really, so the camera itself, it's just getting used to, I would say, composition and lighting is kind of the most important thing. It was kind of some of the stuff I was talking about earlier with how I would side light stuff and things like that. A lot of that is what I would spend most of my time working on, is just getting used to that. Now, if you're doing client-based work, then it's going to be getting used to people is kind of the next thing you want to start doing, because you really have to realize that photography from a service base is very customer service. Like, yeah, you may be the greatest photographer in the world, but like if you're not good with people in some sense, because honestly, I'm gonna be real, I'm not the best with people myself. I try, but I'm not a social butterfly by any means. So anything you can do to get better with people, to understand them better, and to make sure that they kind of get what you're doing and how to make sure they understand that you care about what they're trying to get as well. That's a big portion of getting good as a photographer if you're doing service-based client type stuff. I think I left my water in the car, so I'm gonna grab that real quick. And then yeah, we should have another model in a moment. And I'm gonna switch up this backdrop some. I don't know what else I can put though. And we might go ahead and, I'm gonna leave the same backdrop. Again, I'm not taking these photos for like an actual photo shoot. It's more just to show off FrameIO. But I wanna put something else, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, let me grab my water real quick. I will be right back. I'm gonna hit y'all off with that. Be right back screen. All right. Have you thought of the GFX for studio? The GFX is absolutely amazing. So I use it mainly just for portraits, engagement sessions. I've shot it at weddings. It's good for weddings, but you have to really change your approach to weddings. You can't be one of those running gun photographers where you're just like, oh yeah, bah, 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 bah. Like the GFX is a very like methodical, you know what you're doing, you know what you're getting. You can't just be shooting all over the place. But I every time I shoot with the GFX, because I have the 100S, oh my God, those photos are so good. But yeah, for now, we're waiting for our next model. Also, again, keep in mind that if you haven't seen the link yet, ask for it in the chat. Or actually, I can post it real quick for the FrameIO. This is where all the photos are going. This way you can actually see the photos that I'm taking as they upload from the camera. For now, I'm gonna turn my camera off so we don't blow through the battery. Actually, the batteries are doing pretty good. And while we wait, let's set this up. I'm not gonna take down the backdrop because I do not feel like dealing with that by myself. So more so, the question is if we want to set up anything else. It looked like we had some constant lights. Maybe we'll set up some constant light. I brought some of my flashes too. If you want to, like, we can get into a little bit of flash, kind of how I do flash photography for a wedding day. Let me actually check the battery of my mic. That's the real. Oh yeah, these little things do pretty good. Uh-oh. Okay. Man, yo, these are some big lights. I don't even know what this thing is. Someone done melted the thing. Godox XK400. Yep. Please remove cap before use because people burning through the caps. Oh wow, this is like a wow. I'm not using this. This is a constant light. Yeah. These are old, yo. Looks more like an LED. It's always hard when you're like, you don't work in production all the time, so this stuff is like slightly foreign to you. Like I've seen the flashes before, but I don't use them like that. What lens would you say you use most of the time? I feel like the one, so okay, the lens that I use most of the time, and again, this all comes from a wedding photographer perspective, is the 23f 1.4. That's the one I use most of the time. However, the ones that I feel like I get the banger shots from tend to be the 33 f 1.4. So it just depends on kind of like what I'm doing at the time. So I'm gonna fuss around with some of these lights and see if I can do something. Now I have all the power over this way, so I'm not even sure if my lights are gonna be able to go that far. Are you gonna start offering online mentoring? I want to. And so the short answer is yes. The more so question is when. Because again, so the biggest thing for me, y'all, and this is like as honest as I can be, like there's a lot of people out here nowadays who like do something for 2 seconds and they're like, oh my goodness, check out my mentor, check out my course, check it out. And I'm always like, so it's not like imposter syndrome, it's more so just like, I hope people see how real I'm trying to be, you know, like I'm not just out here trying to get money. I really legitimately want to help people because I have changed my whole life through photography, and I would love for other people to be able to do that as well. So I really want to do a mentorship, like an online. I just haven't put it all together yet, and I also don't want to come off as like, you know, check me out doing whatever all the time, you know? There's too many people like that. There's too much of it. I hate it. And then it sucks for the rest of us who are like legitimately trying to do stuff and help people. How's the setup of the studio? So this is a studio that I'm renting. This is my first time trying it out. This is actually pretty dope. I actually might come back a couple more times. There's a couple of rooms too. There's like some office spaces if you just want to like chill and work. I might actually come back for a couple more shoots or something. I feel like the value you would give to others with your mentorship. Do not listen to the negative. Yeah. Thank you for that. Because that's really what it comes down to is like, you know, I really want to do a thing and help. You know what? This is green. It's not going to work. Hello. Doing good.
Where is everybody?
It's no one this time. Yeah, I know. It was supposed to be Ben, which I don't know if you met him. But so this is a live stream. So I'm like on right now. So pretty much for the most part, we're just going to kind of shoot and I'm like explaining what I'm doing. You can hang out and chill. In those Target bags, water and snacks, feel free to grab whatever. You can get dressed in any of those other rooms and anything's fine. We're just gonna shoot for a nice little short moment. Be nice and easy. Not like Jared Poland. Why y'all gotta do that? I would love to meet him, but that would be cool. Maybe I'll run into him at a conference or something. Yeah, I'm trying to see. I might set up some light stuff, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Does this just connect? It looks like it just connects. Maybe? Maybe? I got spoiled by my my MagMod stuff. It's so easy. You just like clip it and it's just the magnets. JB bringing the strobes. I know this is constant. I'm not trying to. I'm always the worst. I'm like, I don't want to. Yeah, constant light. Natural light photographer. Hey, can you teach me how to use flashes? No, we just use LEDs over this way. I'm always going to love the Fujifilm community, but I am honestly Sony all the way. Let's see if we can get rid of some of this light. See what we can start getting. I'm always going to love food. Oh yeah, I just read that. Do you use the 90? Not really. I did shoot with it earlier, if y'all saw. If you're on that FrameIO link, which again, anyone jumping into the stream, make sure you're getting on that FrameIO link, because that's really the whole point of this stream. Without that link, you're not seeing the photos. But yeah, if you want to see the photos while I'm taking them, that's what you need to do. Ooh yeah, dim it out. Oh no, natural light photographer, what is he gonna do? What's it look? Oh yeah, that's dark. That works though. What am I gonna do? Oh no, there's no more light. I guess I'll break out another one of these. Can I I'm just gonna start doing stuff because I want to do stuff. Where'd my iPad go? It's so dark. We're gonna be yeah, trying to. Everyone's gonna leave the stream. They're gonna be like, I can't see nothing. John, what are you doing? Also too, so I have this place till 2, so I need to make sure I stop shooting. Oh, I don't like this one. We don't just have a normal. I gotta stop shooting early enough to actually clean up. Because if not, we gonna have issues. Can't overstay your time, right? Do not use backdrops or lights if you're not comfortable. Don't use the backdrops or lights, and I'm like, yeah, so I'm just gonna do this thing. I have no idea what I'm doing. JP unplugging, unplug instrument session. How's that look? Let me look at the stream. I'll see it from the stream. Thanks for your constant delivery on your YouTube channel. It's very educational, and I enjoy the flow and speed of your. Awesome. You're welcome. So this is a good. I wanted to kind of get a backlight on there, but I don't have enough plugs that are working that I know of. So we have to kind of work with what we got. Okay, John, I need to start editing a family session and the rest of these wedding galleries. See you on the next live. Don't ever think you aren't good enough, because you definitely thank you. Bounce the backlight off the wall on the right. Oh yeah, true. So I put a put like a spotlight on this one. We'll see what it looks like. But yeah, I'm definitely about to just default back to natural light here in a second. Also, too, are these lights too strong? Are they gonna blow out this? Oh, wow. Is there something more direct? Ooh. Here we go. Awesome. They any more grids anywhere? I've learned so much from you. I know weddings have elevated because they're awesome. Super direct. How much length do I have from this one? Not a lot. I'm about to open the windows back up, y'all. Also, too, feel free to get some questions in, y'all, while we set up for this next portion before I have to jump out of here. Because that's the thing, the stream today will end because it has to. Can't just be streaming forever, unfortunately. I wish I had more plugs. I mean, technically I can unplug it for a second. It's not gonna kill my stream. I can do the famous plug into a plug. The worst thing you can ever do. Is this camera on? I don't want to unplug the camera. The camera is clearly there for a reason. Where'd my iPad go? The larger light, the better stuff. Yeah, so I'm trying to do the spotlight for some backlight, and then I'm gonna use the larger one as like the main key. What are your priorities when deciding on a first look location? What must you have to decide? Like, yep, this is the spot. Generally, first off, lighting is key always. Like, always pick what's gonna be good lighting. Earlier, like I was talking about, like you don't wanna have just some kind of ugly backlighting. After lighting comes the actual look of the location you're at. So if the location is like, you know, one that ideally looks good. If you don't have anything that looks good, honestly, greenery is like always an easy way to go. And let me open this up a little bit so y'all can see my face just a tad. Cause yeah, greenery it's easy. You like just find some trees and a decent backdrop. And that's pretty much the main things I look for. First looks are one of those things you have to just kind of get out of the way. So if you have a dope location where you can shoot wide and it looks epic, grab it. But if you don't, and you just need something quick, find some bushes or something that looks decent so that where you can shoot wide, and also if you shoot at an angle, because that's generally what you're doing, right? Like you or your second photographer, one of y'all is shooting wide and then someone else is shooting tight on the reaction. So are you about ready, Jess? Are you about, okay. Cool, yeah, you're fine, no rush. Since I think I'm out at 2, so we'll probably stop closer to like 1:30, 1:40 something, so I can pack it up. But yeah, basically what we're doing today, so I'm on a live stream, and there's this system where I can shoot with my camera and it like uploads it to the cloud immediately. So like people can see the pictures while I take them, and that's kind of what we're doing. So quick and easy. Hey, Preston's in the stream though. Yeah, man, we're just doing something real quick. I'm just kind of putting something together. I should have changed this out because I was just shooting this with Emily. I like your outfit too. I should have did something different.
Sorry, yeah.
No, you're fine. If anything, I might move these blocks. Yeah. I might have to move them anyway, so let's move these heavy blocks. Where was this? This was over here. Yeah, man, I wasted my first 40 minutes trying to get the thing set up to work, but I think we got it now. FrameIO is working. We got the stream working. Honestly, the fact that I have this working now, I might live stream like this more often. For maybe like new lenses or something, I think it'd be cool. Can I roll this? Is it gonna? Nope. Can't roll. Oh God. Oh. Yes, we did it. The Wi-Fi's, yeah, it's you see it over by that plant? It's on one of those. All right, so I can kind of gauge what this looks like from the stream, which is cool. I'm gonna switch to the 56. We haven't shot with that one yet. Get some 56 love in here. Trying to see, are there any props you see around that look cool? I'm trying to think, you got a cool businessy vibe going on. Probably not, right? Yeah. We used the guitar for 2 seconds. Oh yeah, this old one here? That might work. Yeah, you need a black. I'll bring it over. That might work. This is a cool spot. I haven't been here before. But yeah, sorry I'm just here by myself. I had planned on having an assistant, but then it was just kind of like, you know what? I probably would be fine, but now I kind of do wish I had an assistant, but it's fine. So now we're swapping to the good old 56 f1.2. This is the new one, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm still kind of setting up how I want the light. As you already know, I don't really shoot with flashes and lights and stuff, so you'll see me struggle a little bit.
Are you gonna use a chair at all?
We might use a stool at some point, but we'll start standing. Even that little, it's brown too, but this little step stool, that might be cool too. All right, if I can get you back there again, let's see what this looks like. And again, you're gonna hear me talking to you and also randomly since I'm on the stream. All right, so yeah, I do like the backlight. We know that much. I feel like this side light is not, it's not hitting. Am I blocking y'all? Not really, kind of. Is that block? I can't see that though. No, it's fine. Oh yeah, that's fine. You can work with that. This is messing up things too, actually. I need to close this back. Y'all let me know if everything's still uploading. Raise the backlight high enough so it gives just a kiss. Too much on the face. I don't mind it actually. But yeah, I haven't done a video on it yet, y'all, but I probably will do something about, this is the kind of stuff as a photographer y'all need to do, because the reason why a lot of natural light photographers get so much slack is because they won't even like try. They get around flashes and lights and they get scared and they just like give up basically. Whereas you have to, you have to get out there and try the stuff. Not just be like, well, I shoot natural light. And as a wedding photographer, like, being able to break some flashes out to do something real quick is like super important. If you're not able to do that at all, you have a problem. So just so y'all can see, so this is what that backlight is looking like. And then my other light is filling on the side here. And I actually want to just turn down this one. But yeah, and it's not like, I'm not gonna act like I'm the best at flashes and strobes, because I'm definitely not. But you have to try to get stuff under your belt. This one will be closer up on your face. Look a little further this, yeah. I know. Did you end up seeing that video for the cookery stuff?
I got halfway through.
Yeah, it's long. I didn't expect it to be so long. I was editing it and I was like, oh, it's so much. Yeah, you want to try sitting on this?
Yeah, we can do it.
Set it up however you'd like to.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna switch back to the 33. Try to move her further. Spill in the backdrop. Try to make it darker. Darker everywhere else. The light's darker. Because yeah, the background it's lit a lot. I can always, what do you normally do? Stop down. Let me, I'm gonna switch lenses real quick. Let's see. Go back to my 33, which is my sweet spot. Also too, before we stop, y'all, I'll give y'all a quick showing you how I do flash for weddings a little bit. This is full body. Also, I can give you copies of these, but I'm only shooting JPEG, so they'll look fine, but I won't edit them at all.
That's fine.
I see what y'all are saying. There's too much on the background. JB joining the Flash LED community. Maybe one day, we'll see. Again, I do just enough to get me by. I've also taken the smallest handful of classes as well. So I'm trying to remember all the things. Let's do sit fully sideways. I like profiles. And then eyes this way. Then let's stand back up. Where's MagSphere? I do have some of them. Yeah, actually, let me show y'all what I do for weddings normally. Yeah, we'll stand for a minute. So generally, and I brought my stuff with me. So as y'all may have seen from my videos, so I use the Godox, the V862. I use this for basically everything. So I don't particularly like off-camera flash, but I do it for most weddings. And so I'll have my flash on these little stands here. And basically, what I generally like to do is I pick a direction that I want to shoot in. And then I'll set up my two flashes kind of behind that. Also too, I have the MagSphere with a grid. And let me open this again so y'all can see. So yeah, the mag grid and the MagSphere, and that goes onto the flash. And so that gives me a little bit more directed light, but it still also fills out. And then I'm not gonna raise these all the way for this. I pick a direction I like to shoot in, and then I'll set up my flashes against that. So if I'm mainly shooting this way, I would have my flashes, you know, catty corner on the dance floor pointing in. That's probably fine. And then I have my other flash as well. And so same thing. And this is like photographer flash 101. Like, you don't need to be a strobist to do this stuff. This is like, you just need to learn it to make sure that if you're a wedding photographer, you're not out here just being like, I don't know what to do. So this is one way I like to set it up, right? So I have two of these flashes basically giving me backlight. Let's turn this in a bit. So both the flashes are set to slave. And then I have my main flash that will be on my camera, which also has a MagSphere on it as well. Ugh. So MagSphere here. And then this one is master. Yeah, so there they all go. And so what I'll do first, let me show y'all what it looks like without the main flash on. And so as far as settings, generally I'm like up at ISO 800 most of the time. That way, so I can get some of the room ambiance. There's not a lot here. Make sure this is all set up. Okay, so they're a little strong, and I need to move this one out. So y'all should see those photos coming up. This flash is not pointing. Oh, this one's not so bad. Are these all set right? Yeah, group A. Yeah. So if y'all are seeing those upload, you see you're just getting backlight and stuff. And that's to take care of like the rest of the dance floor. And then after that, I'll have my main flash on camera also shooting as well. And I can actually come down on my ISO. Yeah, and that's generally what I'm doing at a wedding when I'm using off-camera flash. It's some front fill and then some backlighting. So I'm gonna drop those back ones down to 128. Someone from Italy, welcome to the stream. I know it's dark. There's probably no one watching. Like, what are we even looking at? There, that's better. So right now the flash on my camera is at 164. The flashes in the back are at 128. I'm at 320 ISO because I'm getting, the ceilings are white. Like, this is ideal. Also, it's daytime, so I'm getting a lot of ambient as well. But that's how I'm shooting weddings. And then by doing this, I can like angle whichever direction I want to. And I'm still getting flash from some kind of direction. And then my front flash is kind of filling a bit. So that was a quick little tutorial on how I do my off-camera at weddings. Because again, for wedding photography, I just want to keep stuff quick and easy, you know? Like, I don't need to be sitting there fussing with the lights. I just need to set them up real quick and get the photos in. Because it's a wedding, you know? Good evening from Thailand. Welcome to the stream. What time is it over there? Y'all be crazy. Y'all be in the stream. It'd be like 1 in the morning. Okay, we're going back to my first love. Natural light. Let's sit you on this stool here. It's darker than it was before, but that's fine. Almost midnight. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I got 4 kids. I'd be tired. I'd be in bed at like 10 o'clock. That's a late night for me. So again, anyone who's just now joining the stream, make sure you're getting that FrameIO link, which I'll post it real quick. So this is how you see all the photos that I'm actually taking. So make sure you go to that link because the photos are uploading directly from my camera. And again, if y'all aren't familiar with the camera to cloud, XH2s with the grip uploads directly to the cloud and people can download and make comments on the photos. It's really cool. What was your aperture? I was wide open. So again, for weddings, that's what I'm doing. And sometimes I'll set up the flashes a little different. Like, I don't always put them in the back like that, but if I know that I'm mainly going to be shooting in one direction or I want to, I'll do that. Because again, remember, I'll always have a flash on my camera. So because of that, I don't have to worry if for some reason I end up shooting the other direction. Because not only do I also have the other flashes, but I know I have my flash on me. So I can go anywhere. And the reason I like that too, because a lot of people, they'll use like a trigger. But the reason I like having my flash on me is that, especially at a wedding, if something's happening somewhere else or the couple grabs you and they're like, hey, can you take a picture of me and Uncle Joe real quick? But it's away from your lighting setup. You don't have to be all like, oh, wait, let me get my lights, let me, You know, you have one there. So you can just be like, oh, yeah, great. So again, wedding photography is very heavy on just convenience. Like that's kind of the main point, is being able to like walk away from the dance floor and have the light still there and still have a light on you. And that's, again, why I really like just these easy Godox flashes. The V1 will do it. There's a V8 63 now. I'm on a V8 62 because, again, I run a business. I'm not trying to buy new stuff every 2 seconds just because there's a new one. These things work still. They're fine. They have the lithium-ion battery, which lasts forever. Actually, I haven't charged this since the last wedding I just shot, and they're still good to go. And then, yeah, I just have it. You know, it's just on there. It's ready to go. And a good assistant with your lights. Yeah, I always hate asking people to go grab my lights. So now we're switching back to natural light. Again, we have a nice window on the left here. And again, side lighting is my friend. So we have 2 windows open. So you can kind of see it's from the left side and kind of the front, which is ideal. This is full body. That looks great. Yeah, put your arm down again, yeah. This will just be, yep. And let's bring this arm in, because I don't want to lose it so much in the shot, yeah. Perfect. Bring a hand up to your glasses, yeah. Y'all feel free to add comments too in FrameIO for the photos. Paying them to do the job. I mean, yeah, Ben, you're always great as an assistant. You be doing everything. I don't even gotta ask. So y'all will see from this shot, this is getting a little borderline too backlighty, and I talk about that all the time. Mainly because everything's bouncing off of this back wall here. And then this would be getting almost too just straight front light. There's no like dynamics to it at all. Try to sit more like both feet on the front. Yeah. And then keep everything kind of just like straight. You can even lean in a little bit. Yeah. So keep looking straight. Bring a hand up by your earrings. Let's go wider. Let's stand back up. And I want to do maybe more dramatic, like just bigger. Like big, I don't know. Like whatever you can.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to the 23 f1.4. I don't even know half of these songs that are playing on the stream. Y'all can still hear the music, right? No, we'll move that out the way. Thank you. Yeah, so I'll be shooting more like full body on this one. Yeah. Let's I don't want to do too many bursts, but I do want to kind of. How active are you feeling right now? I don't want to. Okay. Because I'm thinking maybe I like the motion of the. Yeah, and then maybe some kind of leg action, like pow at the same time. Let me scoot this over so people can actually see me. Yep. And 3, 2, 1. We'll do it one more time. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Let me go back to my. The funny thing about shooting like this is because every picture I take goes to the cloud. So if I'm like, and it's like 20 of the same photo, basically. Do some more close-ups. So something I like to do sometimes, y'all, too, is shoot close-ups, but with wide lenses. It has a very distinctive look. And one thing I've noticed, too, just as far with like as people using iPhones so much, is that if you're wanting to get more of that, like, I'm just hanging out, taking photos, lifestyle type of look, shooting wide for portraits close up really gives that. It elongates everything. Something else I know, I'm hoping y'all are familiar with, but you know, it makes everything look bigger too. So even, let's do a shot where you're like bringing your hands into the frame. Yeah. So stuff like that, it makes hands look real big. That's why whenever you're watching, I know like MKBHD shoots a lot with like, I think almost like a 16 or 24 mil for his just normal videos. I mean, basically like this, you know? And so when you're talking to the camera and you're this close, anytime you like, just like hand, dun, dun, dun. But yeah, shooting wide definitely gives that more like iPhone-ish kind of just like hanging out. Let's use this one more sitting. I didn't want to go too crazy with the backdrop. Turn a little towards the window. And yeah, I was just about to say, give me like a cross leg. Hold on 1 second. But yeah, I like the look of wider lenses, I think. And I've been getting more used to it. I actually feel like I've slowly started not liking shooting super tight all the time. Like everybody always loves to shoot super tight, and I don't know. I don't like it no more. Do you flash in TTL mode or prefer manual? Normally manual. So TTL, first off, it takes too long to think. Second off, a lot of the times it flashes too powerful. And when it flashes like that, your recycle times are trash. So one thing I really like about using manual and the way that I'll do stuff, and I'll turn this back on real quick, is that because I'm shooting at like 1/32, and you have to put it into TTL lock, but I don't have this one set up like my normal camera. I don't use this one as much, so it might not do it, but I can pretty much be in low speed burst and it'll keep up with it. Yeah, and I don't know if y'all could actually see that over stream, but like it hit every flash, and that was like 10 pictures at least. So whereas TTL is gonna be like, I need the most flash power all the time, every time. It also, it over flashes, because again, remember the way that I do my flash is that I'm raising my ISO a bit to get the ambiance. I'm not flashing to get light. I'm just flashing to fill. And then the ISO is picking up the rest of it. I feel like I see a lot of wedding photographers, what they actually are doing is they're flashing for light. They're being like, oh my God, it's dark, and then they flash. And then the thing I don't like about it is that you lose the ambiance of the room and the party. So, you know, it's like a reception, right? But you're flashing so hard that it looks bright. And since photos are like, you know, a millisecond in time, you can't really see people dancing, right? So the photos just look like people standing in a lit room like, yeah, yeah, you know, and it just doesn't look as cool as when everything else is a little dark and the only thing that's lit is like the people who are closest to you. So that's why I ideally like raising my ISO some to pick up the room and give that darkness to the photo, and then flashing just so that the subjects aren't like super dark and stuff. And that's even with the off-camera flash, that's all you're doing. Like the off-camera flash is just filling in a bit, and then your front flash is filling in, and then the rest of it has that dark mood to it. Because yeah, I hate when I see photos and it's just like, they're super bright. They're just so bright. Like you have the camera set to the flash power at like 1/1 or something every time. And it's just like, pow, flash everywhere. It's just, it's so much. Yeah, it's always interesting. I love shooting wide like this, but then it elongates everything a little too much. Let's go back to our 90. We'll give the 90 some love. I actually could, what's it like using the GFX? It's absolutely amazing. It's not slow for a medium format, but it's slow if you're used to like, especially if you're shooting like XT series. If you're used to the XT series, it feels slow compared to that, but it's not slow. For medium format, it's actually pretty fast. I saw these backlights, yeah. Let's see if we can, maybe we'll go back to our flash examples. Oh, this thing is not even, it's like the shortest. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I have no idea what I'm doing. I want like blue. 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 Yay. Oh, it's a changing one. Never mind, it's not blue anymore. That's fine. We'll just let it do its thing. I mean, yeah, I do think they really are party lights. That's like literally what it is. The noises of a real photog. I'd be like this on wedding days too, y'all. I really be like that with my couples. I keep switching. We'll go here. Let's take our 90 shots real quick. Let's turn this thing off for a second, and then we'll go back to that off-camera flash stuff. So these are tight. That's perfect. Look, you looked over this way a little bit. You can come even further. I want to see like almost, so keep your body how it was and kind of look over your, yeah. Awesome. And then right here at the camera. But yeah, y'all, every time I shoot in JPEG, I'm like, why do I even edit? Like, in all seriousness, like, I probably should just stop editing because these photos be looking so good. Bring that elbow in. Yeah, in closer. Just because I'm so tight, that's perfect. Okay, let's go back to our flashing. I think I'll go back to 33. And the other flashes are on already. So we're gonna darken up the room again. And so for everyone who missed it before, I have 2 flashes in the back off camera. And then I have 1 that is on my camera. And that one is triggering the other 2. The 2 off-camera flashes have a grid and a max sphere on them. And then the flash on my camera only has a mag sphere on it. And so, again, in a wedding setting, you have a tiny bit of ambient light, which is kind of why we broke out this little party light here. That will be our kind of ambient light. And see, even my flashes are already they're just way too strong. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Generally, I don't want everything to look so bright that like you have no dynamics at all. It's just like a bright room. And yeah, so what y'all are seeing in those photos, they're a little darker than I normally would go. I can raise the ISO a little bit. But I'm getting some of that back flash. I'm getting some front fill, but I'm also picking up that light in the back. And that's what I'm going for when I'm doing off-camera flash at a wedding. Now the other setting I can do too is I would cross the lights. So you can bring one on one side of the dance floor and the other on the other. And then if you do it that way, if you want to, you can not have a flash at all. And so you're just triggering off of the flashes on your camera. But see, once that photo uploads, that's exactly what I don't like, is all the extra. I got a whole bunch of shadow on the back here, which y'all are gonna see it when it uploads, but I'm not a fan. Look at all that shadow. They're gonna focus, can it? It still sees their face, how crazy. But yeah, so much shadow there in the back. And I can always turn down the flash a little bit. So that's another approach there, but I like using the on-camera method. Do you prefer to shoot in priority mode or completely in manual while working in crowded environment, trying to catch various subjects? Usually completely manual, but when I first started, I did shoot in aperture priority. Because especially for weddings, when you're first starting, you it's hard to keep up with the wedding day and also your settings. It's just a lot for your brain. And when you're not used to it, you're just there freaking out the whole time, like, "Arr, it's so much. It's so much to keep up with." So aperture priority was how I started. But once I got used to it, then I moved to manual. And I manual everything, because at this point, the way that I kind of get my lighting together is pretty straightforward. So I feel pretty confident in it. Let's sit on the floor, and then we'll bring that briefcase in. And then we'll probably pack it up soon so that I can clean up. Because I'm already trying to prep myself. It took me longer than I thought to set up, so. I'm gonna figure out something I can. We'll see how it works out, and then if I see anything, I'll let you know. Oh, my knee.
Right.
I like hurt my knee recently too. Oh, I still got this stupid light on. I don't know what I did. I just realized one day I went to go kneel down, and I was like, oh no, my knee. I'm like, I'm not that old yet. At least I thought. Put some plants in the background. Awesome. Can y'all tell me if you're seeing that XF data inside of FrameIO when the photos are uploading? Stay, yeah, right there. Awesome. I stand up with the briefcase. I'm just gonna do more of a detailed style shot. Just hold it like forward. Thank you, John. Don't see XF. Okay, cool. I couldn't remember if you could like click on the photos or not. Oh yeah, like real quick, like the moment you start grabbing, so it's like yeah.
Sorry.
That's like my mom gets like that, and anytime that she has to get like blood drawn or something, yeah, they're always just like, oh yeah, yeah. You're like, right? You're like, calm down, yo. Now you can just hold it normally. Okay. I want to do almost like a, kind of like what we did earlier, but less actual movement, just like a, you're about to walk. Yeah, even what you just did, you just barely leaned, is like perfect. 3, 2, 1. No, that was good. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Open your jacket just a little bit. You were like holding it. So I liked how you held it. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. sideways. And then try and turn towards me like your body, just a tad. Bring this other arm over, almost like yeah, that's good. Like the briefcase is heavy, like you're trying to.
Like this?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. Sorry.
I know, I'm asking. Can you do everything weird for me? Yeah. It's not heavy, right? I want to see, can you bring it up?
Which way you want me to?
I don't know, almost like on the I just want to see what it looks like. Like a poop. No, it doesn't work.
I see what you're trying to do. Like,
I thought it would be cool. Yeah, that's a little bit. Actually, no, I like that. I like the foot too.
let me know when you're ready.
3, 2, 1. Come over here a little bit. Okay, you can drop it down. No EXIF data. Let me double check and see. How sad, there is no EXIF data. It just shows the size and the resolution. Sad. But yeah, this is, so it's uploading all the stuff, so you can just like immediately.
Oh, cool.
It would be great for shoots where you have like a whole team.
Yeah.
Because then they could be chilling in the back on the computer watching the photos as they come in.
That's what
And you don't have to like, you've seen people, they like tether and stuff. Like you don't have to have a cable, you could just do the thing.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I think we're about done. I think that's good. Because then, yeah, that gives me some time to, yeah, break it down, which is going to take me a minute. Yeah.
We're still live, right?
What happened?
Are we still live?
Yeah, we're still live. Yeah.
Okay, hey guys.
Yeah, and I'm gonna stay live while I break down too. So you can chill if you want to. You can dip whenever. I can't remember how I pay you, so just remind me so I can get that to you. But yeah, thank you for this. Was actually cool. Might do this again. Actually, let me let me turn off my mic. I got some secret information. It's not that secret, but I'm hiding it from y'all. You'll know about it soon. Okay. Yeah, if I could get in a place that already had some lights kind of like hung, it would be better.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Or at least if they just had like something, lights that aren't just like industrial LED. How do you determine while shooting what a good natural light is? I mean, do you have a color board? No, it's usually actually, do you mind helping me show them this real quick? So generally, knowing what good light is always has to do with the direction of where it's coming at. And I'm gonna actually, Jess, I'm gonna have you standing over by this wall here. The lights changed pretty dramatically. I might open some of these up too. I'll leave it there. So even like, if I were recording myself right now and this was like a YouTube video, like this is pretty decent lighting here. The biggest thing is you don't wanna fight the light. So I have a big window right here to my right, and it's giving me this kind of side light. Y'all can see the little bit of drop off on the shadow here, and that's like a nice kind of side lighting. It looks decent. But really, and people do the whole, have you ever seen the hand trick where like, look at your hand and turn it until the light looks kind of how you would want it to be. So like here, this is like very extra side and y'all can't really see it, but there's a lot shadow, and then there's like less shadow now because the light's coming direct. But you never want to be like fighting the light. As a natural light photographer, that's like the hands down thing you want to do. So even, did I turn my camera off? I did. So it's the same thing when I'm deciding to shoot photos. And I kind of showed this earlier, but I'll do it again for anyone who came in a little bit later. So I was talking about how whenever I'm doing like groom getting ready photos, this is kind of like a standard setup for me, like right here, just like this. A plain wall with a window on either side of the groom, and then that way I know I'm getting side lighting. Now, there's not a lot of light coming in. It seems like the sun went back, so it's kind of above the building now. And that's the kind of stuff you have to keep in mind, like where the sun is and how it's coming into your windows, because a day that's overcast inside can turn really dark really quick. But generally, this is like an easy setup. And take just take one step towards me. Yeah. And so you see I have nice light coming in from the side. And even though it seems a little dark, because that's the thing too, a lot of people will, right now there's no lights on here. And it's hard to tell because my camera's set so that you can see me, but it's really not bright. Like most people's reaction in the room the way it is right now would be to turn on some lights or to open all the windows or do something. That's how dark it is. And a lot of times, even on a wedding day, I'll come in and turn off all the lights and it's like fairly dark. But when you know you're close to your light source, kind of like this, you know you still have good light, and you can kind of already see it on her face. Like you see the drop off on the shadow on the side over here. So I know all of this is lit. And while I might need to raise my ISO a little bit, I know at least I'm getting light. And that's what we mean by there's a difference between low light and bad light. This will be good light. Now, if it was low light and I had Jess facing me this way, that would be bad light. And I'll take this photo real quick, and I'm gonna drop my settings a little bit. But if it were just like absolutely dark, once this photo uploads, you'll see like that's what I'll get. It's just super shadowy, and people will be shooting like that and being like, oh no, I can barely save it in post. It's because you're fighting the light. When you have the least amount of light available, you need to not fight it. You have to work with it as much as possible. So again, that's why the side lighting works, because even if I'm not getting a whole lot of light, it's gonna look good, and I know I have the light there that I can play with. So this next photo, when they upload, you'll see they're a little dark and the shadowing is very kind of dramatic, and that's what happens when you have only a little bit of light. Actually, yeah, so a cloud just came through, that's almost perfect. So it's even darker now. But like I can work with this light, and my settings, I'm at ISO 250 at 400. So clearly it's not super dark, but it's, trust me, it's the same thing even in a room that's like super, super dark, as long as you have a window. I'm Slun's street photographer. I don't feel comfortable in the studio. I mean, I'm a wedding photographer. I also don't feel comfortable in the studio. It's comfortable enough because there's windows, but yeah, just you know, work with the light. That's really what it comes down to. Don't fight it. Don't shoot against it. Leave it on your team, and you know, that's the difference between low light and bad light. Thank you, Jess. Yeah, time for me to clean it up. So I'm gonna keep y'all on the I'm gonna keep y'all on the stream. I got y'all here on the iPad while I clean up. Feel free to ask me some questions about anything. Light is the key, exactly. Yeah, even if you have to raise your ISO, if you still have light, that's kind of like the whole point. Now, if you have, because that's the thing, like, especially whenever I talk about like full frame versus crop sensor and stuff, and everyone likes to be like, haha, crop sensor is great until it's low light, and it's like, it's rare, depending on what you're shooting, that you're really standing around in a dark room. You know, there are certain genres of photography where clearly it's not going to work out for you, and the lighting's not always on your team, but for the most part, especially for wedding photography, you're going to have enough light, and or you can use flashes. It's fewer times that you're just like there and you're like, yeah, there's no light at all. It's not common. People act like it's super common. So they're like, well, I have to shoot full frame because it's the only way to live. And I'm like, I've been shooting weddings for 10 years. And for like 6 to 7 of those, I've been on crop sensor. I've never had a time where I was just like, well, my whole life is over because it's low light and I don't have, you know, I don't have a full frame. Now, that dynamic range, I'm not gonna lie, it's nice. That's like when I shoot with the GFX, it's nice. But again, you can live without it. It's possible to function. But yeah, y'all, thank you for joining me for my my first kind of live stream. This actually went better than I thought it would. This location is great, so I'm glad that I found it. I will definitely be using it again. Uh-oh. Let's not forget your glasses. That's how it works too. You'll like put them down and just, I did it one time. I was at a styled shoot and I left a lens. I just like left it and I had just bought it. And it was like expensive too. And luckily the planner had found it. But I was so mad because I had just bought the lens too. And I was like, no, that thing was like $2,000. The worst. So happy she found the lens. I was like halfway home like, oh God. That was like your shoes from the last. Like you get home, you're like, oh. Yeah. I'm a newer photographer and I love full frame, but the XE4 challenged me to do better. Yeah, and again, I have nothing against full frame. A lot of people, they see me talking about like full frame versus crop and stuff. And I'm like, oh, crop is good enough. It's more so, I just feel like there's not an understanding. There's just a lot of people being like, if you want to be professional, use a full frame. And it's like, but why? Like, do you know? Do you really, like, there's a lot of people just doing the thing because it's like, that's what you do, right? Get a full frame. And it's like, not necessarily. You can take great photos on anything. I just wish people understood more and they were choosing full frame because they really wanted to choose it, not just because they're like, yeah, I was on YouTube and the guy said full frame is great, so I got a full frame. That's why I hate that I don't get a lot of stock from Fujifilm when like new stuff comes up. I never really get anything. And I always see these people and they do videos on like new gear and they're always like, wow, check out the new XS20, how cool, but it's crop sensor. And I'm like, guys, Like, give me the camera so at least I can say some good things about it. Not like, oh yeah, it's cool, but it's cropped. I hate it. I hate it so much. Do more of this, please. Gear test, natural light test. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, this spot is cool. I might do stuff like this more often because this spot is convenient. And now that I know that I can have a nice audio setup and that my lavs work and my mics, they held out for the majority of this shoot too, which I was also kind of surprised at. Oh, you know what, Jess? Do you mind helping me pull down this backdrop just so I don't like break it by accident? Yeah, next time I'll definitely need an assistant. I was like, I don't need an assistant. So we'll start on the bottom. Yeah. And then the next one. You can let it all the way down.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's out of the way.
Oh, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Uh-oh, hold on. There I go. Cool, that's it. Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, next time I'm definitely bringing an assistant. Like I have to, I'm like, hey, do you mind modeling from me and setting the stuff on it? Ta-da! Oh, almost died. This has been really nice to watch you get into my morning, West Coast. Oh yeah, that is true. That was a good morning. Worst part of the job is breaking it down. I know, right? Like the shooting part is fun, but then after that you're like, oh. Yeah, since I have to be out of here at 2, like I was gonna keep shooting, but I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and just be smart and break this down now so that I have comfortable time breaking down rather than me being over here like, oh God, shooting till the last minute. I gotta go quick. Oh, goodness. All right, what else we got? We got 2 lights. We got this softbox. Thank you for that sub, whoever that was. Man, yo, this is why I use the MagMod stuff. I can't even see what's happening here. The MagMod, oh wait, is there one of those? The MagMod softbox are so nice because it's just magnetic. You just pull the thing off. I'll get back to that one in a second. This also shows you how often I shoot in a studio with like lights and stuff. Yeah, isn't there normally, oh yeah, there's like a button or something, right? There it goes, yeah, there's a release on the top. Friend of mine has that at his studio and it makes me jealous. Yeah, the MagMod stuff is so nice. Cause you're pretty much just like bloop bloop and it just comes off and you're like, great. I figured it out though. I did it, y'all. Hooray! All the studio shooters are looking at me like, this guy. Who is this guy anyway? He has no idea what he's doing. I'm sorry, friends. I try my best. How much is a half-day rent this studio? Just to compare. So I think I paid, so I was in here for 4 hours and it was like $200. That's the thing too, y'all. Like earlier, people were asking me if I do online mentoring and stuff, and I was just talking about how I haven't really done it yet because I don't want people out here thinking I'm just trying to like take y'all's money and stuff, because I'm not. I really like to help people. Like, so I do stuff like this. Like, I'm just, here I am streaming. Cost me $200 to get in here. I always pay my models. I'm about that life. I had so many people just, oh, trade for photos. I don't know, man. Pay your models. So like, I spend a lot of money just to do something simple, just to do it on YouTube. And I usually don't totally make it back because I'm about that giving back life. I'm trying to help y'all out. So like someone else was saying, I need to stop being discouraged and go ahead and just do some online coaching and stuff. And you know, stuff costs money, but I really am. I'm not out here just trying to make bank. Trying to provide for y'all, which I hope people see with me releasing like 3-hour-long wedding photography videos for free, you know? But that's just me ranting. That's the troubles of a YouTuber. That's the kind of stuff we think about. We're like, no one's gonna like me because if I charge for a course, they're gonna be like, ah, look at this guy. But then you're like, I don't even really, I don't know what to do. Where'd my iPad go? I keep dropping it and I don't know where it is. $50 an hour, Thailand, cheaper of course, yeah. That's, yeah, $200, I was only here for 4 hours. And actually, I didn't even, well, the thing is, I didn't really, you know, I'm not shooting because I need this shoot. This was very much like trying to live stream and see how it works out. Excellent strap. Which is it? This is the Hold Fast Gear Solo strap. Your photography really inspiring. Thank you. But yeah, I like the solo strap whenever I'm just doing something low key and I don't need like 2 cameras. Yeah, I made good timing. This worked out. Now we gotta pack up our lenses. We gotta get these lights back. Let's do that first. Yeah, maybe I'll come back here more often and get some actual studio shooting practice in. Using strobes a little bit more. I can be a strobe guy. Wow, yo, the lighting. This is when you need auto ISO on. Okay, let's see. These blocks were here. Oh goodness, I'm tired, y'all. I got another shoot tomorrow too. I shot yesterday. So much happening. I love your teaching. Thank you so much. 200 is a great price for 4 hours. Up here in New York, it's 100 an hour. Yeah, 200 is not bad. Like, I'm very happy, especially if this was a shoot that I absolutely needed to do. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming out again. Yeah, I'll hit you up and I'll see your payment. But yeah, if this was for an actual, like, a shoot that I was getting paid for, like 200 is not bad. Like an in-studio engagement session. Or like headshots. Headshot minis. You know, just set up and have people come in every couple hours and just bang out a bunch of headshots real quick. Yeah. Offset your costs a little bit. All right. Now I need to pack up my stuff. But yeah, again, FrameIO, y'all. That's some cool stuff. And like, I really want to start using it more often because it's really cool for the photo stuff. The fact that you have everything just loading immediately to the cloud, that like people can just get to it and see it. Like, it really is cool. The biggest thing, I'm hoping Fujifilm brings this to other cameras, not just the XH2s. Because right now the X-T5 is kind of like my main body. It's what I mainly shoot with. Got our flash and our mag sphere. That's about it. Cool. So I have a couple more minutes for some general Q&A. Then I'll have to pop out of here. Just got the XT32. Yeah. Yeah, I love the XT30. I love it so much. I unfortunately am selling it because I got the XS20, but I did it because it has better video features, and I can't keep buying cameras and just having them for like one thing. So basically, and I just recorded a video about this, and I'm gonna be getting it edited and stuff soon, but so I have an XT30 and an XT3. And the XT3 I'm using only as a webcam, and the XT30 I only use with family. So I literally have two cameras that are just sitting around doing nothing most of the time. The XT3 at least is getting used as a webcam pretty often for like client meetings and stuff like that, live streams. But the XT30 literally sits around doing nothing until I occasionally do like a top-down product kind of thing. So I was like, what I need is a camera that can double function as a good video camera and also my daily carry. So I'm swapping over to the XS20, but that's the only reason I am. Like, I really don't want to get rid of my XT30, but it makes more sense for me. Because with the XS20 size, it's basically like an XT30 with a deeper grip. It's just better for me to be able to be like, hey, I need to record something for YouTube, but I don't feel like bringing my whole camera setup. Great, you can bring the XS20. It's perfect. So I get more use out of it. I can use it as the webcam, and the autofocus is way better than the XT3. And then I can use it for other videos, and I can use it as my daily carry when I'm hanging out with my family. So I need touch tracking in video. I mean, general Q&A. Do you think Viltrox lenses? I've never used a Viltrox lens yet. So I'm actually not too familiar with them. Tell Jess said, great job. I'll let her know. Yeah, I'm glad she could come out. She had to reschedule a little bit, but I got all my spots filled. We did the thing real quick. FrameIO was doing its thing. It worked. Website critique, maybe I'll do it. I need to get back into doing live streams more often. So website critique could be coming up soon. How do you handle wedding clients who try so hard to find every excuse about their pictures? because they feel they paid too much. Oh yeah, that's rough. I wish there was like an easy answer, which there's not, but definitely watch my 1-star review video because that kind of chimes into that. But the biggest thing I learned, and I had to learn it the hard way, is just not to hire those people. You can tell that they're going to be that type of person before you hire them, and you just have to be cool with telling people no and not being worried about the money. I got some zoom lenses, y'all. Look at that. Ah! So yeah, it's a part of the grind. You have to just let the people know. That's a contract disclosure thing, and it's not easy. Oh yeah, contracts help too. X100V in 2023 still overpriced for a casual. I think so. Again, XT30, XS20, those are way better. Like, I don't know. X100V is cool, and it does have cool and some better features, but at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. It's pricey. All right, though, it's about go time. I gotta make sure I got everything all set up, so Indian wedding coming up sounds cool. Cool as Bollywood. Oh goodness, yeah, I'm beat, y'all. It's funny, like, you don't realize how much it takes out of you to live stream, but it'd be tiring. But thanks again for hanging out, y'all. I hope this was cool. Remember to check out the FrameIO link so you can actually see the photos I was taking, and I'll leave this online. Y'all can come back and watch and stuff and learn a little bit that way. And hopefully I'll start live streaming more often and doing stuff more like this. Again, if you liked it a lot, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, share with people. And yeah, I will catch you all next time.